This is a topic that I've tried to avoid for as long as I possibly could. I can't avoid it anymore because it's a recurring problem and it is a big problem in our society today. The problem is infidelity. Infidelity in relationships is one of the most devastating occurrences that can ever affect a relationship, whether it's a couple, unmarried couple, whether it's a marriage. Infidelity is an issue. But I'm here today to tell you that the cause of infidelity, there's only one reason why infidelity occurs. And that one reason is because of selfishness. People who cheat are selfish. It's that simple. The reasons why they cheat and what led them to cheating are not as important as the fact that people who tend to cheat are selfish. Many of you might be familiar with Sigmund Freud's ego, id, and superego. The id is the pleasure principle. And I've found that most people who cheat operate strictly in the id, the pleasure principle. It's all about how they feel in the moment. It's all about how it makes them feel. It's all about how they want to feel in that moment. It has nothing to do with the other person. And a lot of times in relationships, people are devastated. The partners might be devastated, or the other person might be, wondering if it's something they did. It's never anything the other person did. I mean, yeah, people can drive you crazy. People can make your life miserable. But ultimately, the decision to cheat is the person who's cheating. It is not about the other person or what they did to push you to the point of cheating. And I think that's a problem with our society today. Our society wants to make people accountable for things that really are not their accountability. I'm not saying there are things in the relationship that might not drive a person to want to seek out attention, or there are things in the relationship that are gone wrong that makes that person want to escape. But escapism and attention seeking has more to do with your selfish nature. If you decide not to address the situation that is happening in your relationship and you decide to find other things elsewhere, that's your decision. The person is not taking you down the road and telling you to do this. They're not holding your hand and saying you have to sign here. You are doing that on your own. You are selfish and you know it. And the reason you're selfish is because it became all about you the moment you didn't get the attention you were needing, the attention you were seeking, or whatever it was that you were not getting in your relationship. You decided to go get it elsewhere. Or maybe you didn't. But when those things showed up elsewhere, it caught your attention because it is in line with how you were feeling. And a lot of times people in relationships don't express these emotions. They don't tell the other person for whatever reason that they're not happy, or that they're lonely, or they're stressed out, or you know what, I don't enjoy the things that I used to enjoy with you anymore. There's no vocalization of the discomfort, so the other person feels that everything is okay. And sometimes there is vocalization of the discomfort, but the other person is not ready to deal with it, or both people are not at a place where they're mature enough to sit down and make a decision. The lack of decision making in the marriage or the relationship is one that will drive the other person to find a solution on their own. And a lot of times, selfishness is what dictates how you choose to handle or go about finding that solution. Selfishness is the number one reason why people cheat. It doesn't matter what led you down this path. You did it for you because you needed it, because you wanted to do it, and because it felt good doing it, and you got away with it. And then all of a sudden you may get caught, or all of a sudden it may catch up to you, like we say in the Caribbean. Night runs to day catches. That's what my mom used to say. But the truth of the matter is, as I keep on saying the truth of the matter, you are selfish. The cheater is always the selfish person. And the person who was cheated on is always the reciprocal or recipient. I'm getting my words all confused here. The person who is at the receiving end is always the recipient of that cheating. But the cheating manifests from a selfish nature. It is representative of a person's selfish indulgence, and that person wanted to do what they want to do in that moment. And then sometimes it becomes more moments or time, and time passes. The sad part about cheating is that the other person often blames himself, the person who's been cheated on. That person feels a lack of self-esteem. That person feels they did something wrong. That person feels that it's their fault the other person cheated. And that is not the truth. That person did not cheat because of you. You did not cause that person to cheat. That person cheated simply because they wanted to cheat. And all the reasons that they will use to justify the cheating are reasons that they had to discuss in the relationship. It's just very simple. I mean, I'm very direct. A lot of people may not like that. Some people may. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you, yeah, because she did this or because he did that, you went down this path and found this person. No, it takes two. And it takes accountability. I have a video on accountability and truth. You should watch that. If you're a cheater or you're someone in a relationship with a cheater, because it's not about you, it's about the other person, right? It's about the person who has done the cheating, who's broken your trust. But the first thing to recognize with infidelity is this: the person who's unfaithful is a person who is participating in selfish behavior. The Bible clearly says it in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Love is not selfish. That's the very first thing it says. And if you are doing this is because you're participating in the selfish act, there's no love there. There's no love for the other person, or you weren't thinking about that person in that moment. All you're thinking about in that moment is yourself. The first part of addressing a problem or issue in any relationship or anyone's life is acknowledging the truth. And the truth is that cheating is a selfish act. Once you know this, I hope you can work with this. I hope it can bring you to a place where you're ready to push the envelope further and examine why you're selfish and why you continue to be selfish, or what you need to do in order to stop being selfish. My name is Ingrid Felton. Thank you as always for visiting the YouTube channel. If this was of value to you, please tell your friends, share the video, like the video, subscribe to the video. Your comments are welcome. And also visit my website, thejourneyoftruth.com, where you can reach out to me, where you can also see more about me, find out more about who I am and what I do. Again, have a great day. Bye.